2004, Mark Zuckerberg designed what we now know to be the most popular social media site on the internet, Facebook. At that time, he was a sophomore at Harvard, and Facebook was known as thefacebook.com. The name for Facebook came from the publications that some colleges pass out to students at the beginning of the year to help them get to know each other better. These booklets were often called a Facebook or New Faces. Facebook was created as a new high-tech way for Harvard students to keep in touch over the internet. But a handmade Facebook is also a great way to share ideas, thoughts, drawings, or photos. This lesson plan involves creating a Facebook you can hold in your hands. The first step in making a three-dimensional Facebook is to cast the face portion of the book. I'll be using a mask form as the base. These forms are multicultural and they come in packages of 10. So I've mixed some Activa Fast Mache with water just to the consistency of a soft clay. You can coat the mold with a mold release spray first, but dishwashing soap works great too. Just use a very thin layer. This just helps the Fast Mache release a little bit easier after it's dry. So I've got this Fast Mache, and I just mixed it up to a kind of a soft consistency. There's no real rule about how much water to add. And Fast Mache is a paper mache mix that's added, it's got a little bit of plaster added to it. So your end result is going to be a little bit firmer. It's going to hold up nice, it's going to be nice and hard, and the plaster also helps it dry a little bit quicker. So we're just going to go for about a 1/2 inch layer all through this mask form here. And because it's clear, once you have a nice layer in there, you can hold it up and I can see that I've got some voids, a little bit of air bubbles. You just work those out with your fingers. So then we're going to just set this aside, let that dry. And next, we'll glue the mask form onto the cover of a book of your choosing. It could be a recycled hardback book, a hardcover sketchbook, or blank journal. If you want to use a book that has a little bit of a flimsy cover, just glue some cardboard to it before gluing on the form. So here's one. This is the dry form. I've glued this form to a hardback Blick sketchbook. And next we're going to add modeling paste to customize the form. And this is going to do a couple of things. We're going to smooth out any imperfections. Now this can be applied with a palette knife. And then you can go in with a brush. So I'm going to smooth out the surface of the Fast Mache. There might be, a couple little imperfections that you want to cover. It's also nice to use this paste to fill in the seam here where the mask form meets the book. You might have a couple little gaps there. You can create really any kind of customization with the modeling paste. We can do hair, glasses, jewelry. You could morph the face into the face of an animal or an alien being. Like I said, use a palette knife or use a brush, even out irregularities, and fill in those gaps. If you want to, you can add modeling paste to the whole background of the book and then scratch in wording or imagery with a pencil or embossing tool. The final step is to add color. These books were painted with Blick Studio acrylics. This one uses watercolor, the liquid watercolor. The eyes can be depicted either open or closed. The color can be realistic or shocking. As you can see, customization is practically limitless. You can add inclusions into this modeling paste and they'll stay right there. As a final step, fill this personal Facebook with thoughts, accomplishments, goals, or feelings. Use it to record poetry or just as a journal to chronicle what you did from day to day. For a materials list and National Core Art Standards, please visit dickblick.com, keyword Facebook.